And welcome to an episode of You Love Comic Books. This is a YouTube show I showcase my recent comic book hauls, comic speculations, and stuff from my collection. Alright, I got an awesome haul for you. It is a dollar bin haul. It's been a while. Some of the dollar bin hauls that I've had in the past were the best videos. And this one, I think is going to be up there. This one, my local LCS got a whole batch of dollar bin books. And I was able to be like one of the first people to jump in and see what they got. And man, I got some good stuff. So before I get into this amazing dollar bin haul, do me a favor and smash that like button. Helps hit that YouTube algorithm so more people could see this dollar bin haul. If you like these type of videos, you have any questions, what you see, you liked what you see, you want to say hi or whatever, leave a comment, I'll get back to you accordingly. You like these type of videos, comic hauls, comic speculations, comic collections, comic mystery boxes, dollar bin hauls, well, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, become part of the You Love Comic Books conversation. Smash that bell for notifications. All right, let's get into this. All right, let's start with this book, Superior Spider-Man, number 33, the variant edition. This is really cool. I looked it up. It is like a $15, $20 book. That's pretty awesome. This is an awesome, sick cover. I really enjoyed the Superior Spider-Man storyline. I thought that was an idea that most people would have scoffed at, and I did too. Like, Dr. Octopus becomes Spider-Man. But man, it was executed very well. And I do love all the Spider-Man costumes here in this really cool variant edition. Anytime I see a Batman Adventures comic in the dollar bin and in good condition, I will grab it. So yeah, and I think this is like my second copy of this one, but whatever. And the cool thing about the dollar bin, just to be clear, I do pay a little less for them because they do a 12 for 10. So let's see, I got 28 books, and they did give me a little discount too. So I basically paid $20 for 28 books. So I don't know, do the math. What is that? 75 cents a book? Something like that? I don't know. Spawn, Universe title, Monolith, a blank variant. I'm going to grab that, especially if it's a Spawn title. Fantastic Four variant. This is a really cool Doctor Doom cover. I don't know who the artist on it is. If you know this signature, leave it in the comment section. But that's really cool. I wonder if this is like a what do they call it? Like a bunch of variants, and I can't even explain it. Like, multiple covers put together. This is pretty cool. This is the Alex Ross variants with these like kind of close-ups of the characters. This is Empire Fallout #1, but it's the Samaritan one. If I see these in a dollar bin, I'm gonna grab them. Fantastic Four 588, the final issue. That's pretty cool. Happy to grab that one. Obviously, it wasn't the final issue. They had other comics like this one. Fantastic Four #1, the premiere variant. I actually looked this one up. This has some value. This is considered one of the rare variants from the Fantastic Four first issue. So that's pretty cool. Happy to grab that. All right, this is pretty cool. They had both parts, so I had to grab them. Overkill #1 and 2. This is interesting miniseries. It's Top Cow Image Comics Dark Horse production. Spider-Man's fallen. It's got Witchblade, Aliens, Darkness, and the Predator. That's interesting. I find it interesting that like the title of this comic was called Overkill, and they didn't like say, like obviously you have to read these small text here. Obviously we know like here they're kind of obscure. They're in the background. Here obviously you see the aliens and the Predator in the front. I don't know. That's just an interesting decision. That's really cool though. I looked it up. A little bit of value. Okay, these are really cool. I grabbed all of them. They didn't have every one. I think the best one is like the Harley Quinn. And I think there's like another one, like Joker's. All right, let me just show you. Remember when, and I don't know if these are going to show well. Do they? Yeah, they do show pretty good. DC perfected these lenticular covers. They did an amazing job on them. Now, Marvel did them like a year after or whatever, and they were atrocious. They were trying to do like a new version of a famous cover, and it was impossible to line up. It just it was a disaster. It's a disaster to the point that people seek out the regular covers of that line, and those have actual a lot of value because they made less of them, and the 3D covers, lenticular ones, are the ones that no one liked. But this was all villains. Now DC's done other 3D covers with their titles. They did that with like the Button. It was like a Flash series with Batman. But they did a whole month with the villains, and these were hard to come by when they came out. Like, stores sold these out quickly. But these were all in the dollar bin, and this is pretty much almost a full set. Let me just show you. Zod, #1. I don't know if it really shows here, the reflection of the camera. But Bizarro, #1. Count Vent. I don't know who the hell that is. This is like the New 52 era. So, believe it or not, these books are already like over 10. I mean, this is from 2013. So we're talking a 12-year-old book. But man, these lenticular covers are so cool. The Creeper, Calypso, Dial E for enemy? Dial of enemy? I don't know. Hell, #1. Superman, that's interesting. 23.3. Cheetah, #1, instead of Wonder Woman, 23.1. That's a really cool one. You could see like it's not going to show. Court of Owls, #1. That's really cool. Lex Luthor, #1. Like I said, I don't think my camera and the lighting is doing justice to this. Like, I don't know. But these are really cool. If you ever see them in person, DC did like an amazing job on these. This was like an accomplishment. And like I said, Marvel did them, and I don't think they ever did them again after that because they were considered a disaster. Relic, Green Lantern, 23.3. Cyborg Superman for Action Comics, 23.1. The Riddler, #1 for Batman, 23.2. Darkseid. So I was afraid it was all going to be just like the scrub villains, but you got Darkseid, Riddler, Cheetah. The only ones that they did not have was the Joker, Harley Quinn, and Joker's daughter. And I'm trying to think if there's any other. Oh, they didn't have like Black Manta or something. I have that one. I think I put it with these. Maybe not. I was greedy and I grabbed 2 Banes. But they had other Banes. And let me tell you, they had more than one of each of these. So I just grabbed one of every one. And then I just grabbed an extra Bane. Because I was being a little greedy. Yeah, but you know what? That is sick. You know what? Spider-Man isn't liking Bane. All right. So that's awesome. And then these are the last 3. Like I said, 28 books in total. An awesome haul. These have the most value. Borderlands #4. These comics go for a bit. I didn't even think issue 4 would have any value, but it's like a $20 book easily. That's pretty cool. The movie came out, and that was a dud. But I think people still like the game. And since the comics have such low print runs, I don't think the movie affects the value of this. This is pretty cool. Futurama Comics #68. Pretty decent condition. A Futurama comic in the dollar bin. Later in the run, I don't know what this might be. I could be wrong. I have to look it up. I don't think it's the second to last issue, but it is. There's only a couple after this one. So that's really cool. These print runs were really low. Futurama books are hard to come by, and if comic stores have them, they are not usually in dollar bins. Maybe just because this was the only one they had, they threw it in there. I don't know. The guy at the store he knew about it. He was aware, and I'm like, yep, I grabbed it. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's really cool. Like I said, never seen them before. The only comic I ever got, and I got for $2, I ended up selling it, was that Delivery Boy Man comic from Comic-Con. I found that at a second-hand drawer for $2. I think I sold that for $300. I don't know. Yeah. I think a 9.8 of that comic was for $1,200 or something crazy. but the one I had was like a fine plus or whatever. So, you know what? That is cool. And then the last book, believe it or not, is the most valuable book out of this whole haul. I grabbed this. I'm glad I did. I was going to grab it anyway because I always found this to be fun, but this comic it's crazy. It is a easily I just looked it up before too just to make sure. Just to make sure. This book sells from anywhere to 50 to 100 bucks easily any day. The Ellingtonville Club, I guess it's considered issue 2 or whatever. They're older. This is an Evan Dorkin series that came out like, I don't know, early 2000s or whatever. And I guess this is them older now. And I mean, you could tell they were like kids in the original one. They're just like these little comic nerds. And the funny thing about the Ellingtonville Club, Cartoon Network or Adult Swim, there was a pilot and they aired it. And it was based on this. And like this guy's basically like the Cartman of the group. I mean, like, and it's pretty funny. It just didn't pick up. I'm surprised it didn't. It seemed like it would have been a perfect show for Adult Swim, but yeah, you could probably find it on like YouTube or whatever. It's definitely worth a watch. It's only like 20 something minutes or so. But yeah, that's awesome. I couldn't believe that. So, you know, I said in the past, like I used to find some really insane books in these dollar bins, and they've been kind of dry lately. But once in a while, something sneaks in like this or that. Or that. And then the fact that these were all in there, like, some of these are worth 10, $5, 20. You sell them as a set, like, you can get over 100 easily for them. That's really cool. I mean, that's just an awesome variant cover. I'm surprised they put that in the dollar bin. Again, that's cool. I mean, I'm just going to draw on that. That's cool. I'll probably draw on it right now. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. That's cool. Actually, you know what? I do have some. Since I got you guys here, I'm going to show you. Here's some sketch covers I did recently. Batman and Joker. I have this for sale on my eBay currently. And this one's kind of a goofier Red Hulk, really exaggerated. Kind of almost looks like an evil. I don't know. I was thinking about it. Like he looks like a. What are they called? The Deadites from Evil Dead, like a Deadite Red Hulk. I have that in my eBay as well. You could hit me up, though, if you want to get it. Just send me a message. You could hit me up on my Instagram, You Love Comic Books. Also, there's that one, too. Also, check out my Instagram. And also check out my eBay for comics, trades, toys, video games, artwork, and more. All right. I'm not going to end it on Samara. No way. No. Sorry, subby. I'm going to end it on this gem. All right. Again, if you like this video, do me a favor. Smash that like button. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. I'm sure some more people will see this video. Leave a comment. If you like these type of videos, well, and you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button. Become part of You Love Comics conversation. Smash that bell for notifications. Check out the links for my Instagram and all my YouTube videos. Check out the link to my eBay for comics, trades, toys, video games, art, and more. All right, you're going to see a previous video here. You're going to see a previous video there. You got to smash the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.